Good morning, or depending when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, out of Voice of Radio. So today, we need to look at a tag team supporter card. No, you didn't just mishear me. Tag team supporter cards are now a thing in the Pokemon TCG. And one of them seems to be getting into, oh my god, that's a little bit over the top territory. We are getting a red and blue supporter. It's called Red and Blue Tag Team. It is a supporter card, and it reads, search your deck for a GX Pokemon that evolves from one of your Pokemon in play, and put it onto that Pokemon to evolve it, then shuffle your deck. Now, you can only evolve it when you would usually, so not on your first turn or when a Pokemon's just been played. Okay, so that's kind of like Wally, but for non-GXs. But it's a tag team supporter card, so we need to go a little bit further. Plus, you may discard 2 cards from your hand. If you do, search your deck for up to 2 basic energy cards and attach them to the Pokemon that you evolved. Yeah, that's a little bit over the top silly. In fact, it is so good that I messaged the lovely Antoine Boulay, who provided the translation for us here, and I said, Antoine, surely there must be some kind of restriction. Surely there must be something like a spec trainer card, where you can only have 1 of any type in your deck. Or something like Prism Star cards, whereby you can only have 1 of each type in your deck. And he said, no, Wazzy. These are just regular supporters that allow you to do 2 things. And what are 2 things, ladies and gentlemen? That is ridiculous. Because what you're doing here is getting an evolution while attaching energy. Now, I used Wally earlier. Wally was slightly clumsy, because Wally allows you to evolve the turn you played it. I suppose this is more along the lines of something like Evo Soda. Now, Evo Soda was an item card rather than a supporter, but it just let you search your deck for a Pokemon and evolve one of your Pokemon out. So, okay, as a supporter card, Evo Soda, it looks a little bit underwhelming, but you also get to attach 2 extra energy. And you attach from the deck rather than your hand. This makes a phenomenal difference, ladies and gentlemen. You see, there are some cards like Welder that we've got at the moment that let you attach extra cards from the hand. And that's lovely, but we end up having to play stuff like Giant Hearth, for instance, in order to make sure we've got the energy in our hand. You've got to make sure you've got the energy to attach. Sometimes you end up attaching 1 with Welder, it's not perfect. And then, of course, there's all those Pokemon that attach from the discard pile, like Yveltal and the old Volcanion, for instance. And then there's even supporter cards that can do it, think things like Blacksmith. But attaching from the deck has always been the best. Take Xerneas, for instance. Xerneas has got the phenomenal Geomancy attack, which lets you search your deck for 2 fairy energy and attach them to your Pokemon, and that led to a very good deck for a very long time. Chorus Machine was an old item card that let you search your deck for a plasma energy and attach it to one of your Pokemon. Frankly, ladies and gentlemen, attaching from the deck has always been more powerful, because you don't need to muck around doing anything else. It's always there. Unless your energy is prized, not in the deck or whatever, you will be getting that energy. And that's what is so phenomenal about this card. Yes, you get the Pokemon search, and remember, we're in a format with very poor Pokemon search, though I will say that GXs have it easy because of Cherish Ball at the moment, so it's not like GXs needed it, but now you've got the ridiculous advantage of being able to either use Cherish Ball or use this. Now, you have got to discard 2 cards from your hand in order to attach the extra energy, but we all did it for Ultra Ball, and we're all clearly going to do it for Great Catcher when it comes out, and we all did it for Computer Search. No one cares about discarding 2 cards from your hand. It's fine, we'll put up with it. And to be honest, there's a bunch of cards out there that want you to do so. Someone like Naganadel, who does attach extra energy from the discard pile to itself, is going to love being able to do that. And then you got all those things like an expanded Vespiquen or in standard Zoroark, whereby you get an advantage by having extra Pokemon in the discard pile, and this will help you to get those extra Pokemon into the discard pile. But remember, this is a supporter card in any other way. It means it can be recovered with Palpad, or it can be recovered with Lusamine. It means that you will certainly be able to play Lieutenant Surge's strategy and play 2 of these at once. Now, there's every possibility that an errata or something is issued to stop you doing that, but as it stands at the moment, this is just treated like a supporter card. And this is going to break some GXs, especially stage 1s. So let's say, for argument's sake, you've got a Poipole out, and your opponent takes a KO on one of your Pokemon. Well, now your opponent's got 4 prizes remaining, so what you can do here is use this to get a Naganadel out and get 2 energy on, and then use B-String to get the other 2 energy on, and then all of a sudden you've gone straight into 170 to the bench. In Expanded, you can also use stuff like Tapu Lele to search out these supporter cards, which is going to be a little bit over the top ridiculous. Think of any stage 1 GX that you want to play. It just got infinitely better because of Red and Blue Tag Team. Every single stage 1 just got a whole bunch better. Now, Antoine did actually tweet out a couple of ideas. Now, they're not, unfortunately, all legal in the standard format at the moment, but let's go through a couple of the ones that could be broken with this. How about Alolan Ninetales? Now, there are actually 2 Alolan Ninetales that we have. Now, the one that has rotated is actually probably the better one with this, because you can get 2 energy, add a third from your hand, boom, 160. That's pretty good. But even the new Alolan Ninetales, you get the 2 energy, and all of a sudden, you're getting a 1-hit KO on an Ultra Beast. And think this through, right? You might be playing something else. So all you need to do is just play 1 Alolan Vulpix, and 1 Fairy Energy, assuming the Fairy Energy isn't prized, and 1 Alolan Ninetales, and then you can just drop this, grab your Alolan Ninetales, grab your Fairy Energy and anything else, and boom, 1-hit KO on an Ultra Beast out of the blue. One of my favourites here is actually using this with Beware GX. Now, I know it's rotated out and it's sad, but we'll always have Expanded. And bearing in mind, Beware can also use triple acceleration energy here. So you can potentially be going straight into a big throw, discarding your opponent's active Pokemon and all cards attached to it. That's pretty ridiculous. Or maybe you want to play around with something like, and again, it has rotated, but one of the best uses for this, and we can still do it in Expanded, would be Noivern GX. Noivern GX has a really awkward attack cost, but not if you're using this. Use this, evolve into Noivern, grab yourselves probably a Darkness and a Psychic to use Distort, and then you can even attach a third energy from your hand to use Sonic Volume. And either your opponent cannot play item cards, or they cannot play any special energy. Do you see where I'm going with this, ladies and gentlemen? Do you see where I'm going with this? Especially Stage 1 Dragon Pokemon get a huge boost from this. I'm not saying it's particularly the best Pokemon ever, but think about something like Altaria GX with this. That hasn't rotated out. Altaria GX, I mean, it's immune to attacks from GXs and EXs, and now all you do is you have a Swablu on the bench, you play this, boom. Bright Tone going in a single turn. And while we're talking about uses here, I would be remiss if I didn't mention Weavile GX. Yeah. In Darkness decks at the moment, Weavile GX is phenomenal. It lets you move your energy around as much as you like. And it's generally paired with very energy-hungry Pokemon like the aforementioned Mega Sableye and Tyranitar. So here you use Red and Blue to evolve up into Weavile, then you add 2 energy onto Weavile, then you can use Weavile's ability to move the energy anywhere you like, I think it's fair to say Weavile might be one of the better uses here. I absolutely adore red and blue, and honestly, there are just far, far too many examples. What I'm probably going to end up doing in the not too distant future is doing a video going through some of the best options we've got for red and blue tag team, because I don't think I can do enough in this video. The simple reality of this card is, any Stage 1 GX that you wanted to play is now a million times better because of this, and there are a whole bunch of Stage 1 GXs that you may now want to play because of this. This is phenomenal, and unless they add some kind of restriction, this is going to see a redonkulous amount of play. I mean, this is a 5 Wassy card without even thinking about it. It's phenomenal, and I love it. But I would very much like to know what you think about it, so let me know in the comment section. Go nuts, be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at @TheWassy, and Twitch for some live action at twitch.tv/PTCGRadio. If you want to support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all that, head on over to patreon.com/PTCGRadio, where you can do exactly that. And please do make sure you're checking out youtube.com/WassyPlays, where we talk about a whole bunch of games that don't even have any Pokemon in. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time. Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.